Hello fools, welcome back to my channel.
Jennifer from the block, you know how I rock.
And in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how I achieve this summer baddie look. This is the makeup that will help you look like a baddie all summer and not sweat it out.
And PSA,
I am not a professional makeup artist. I don't know the best tips and tricks. This is just how I do my thing. And if you want to pop off with me, go ahead and try it out. And before I get into this video, I just want to say you do not need makeup to look beautiful. And I know how cliche that might sound, but it's so true. You do not need all these XYZ products just to make yourself look beautiful, because you are already beautiful. God made you in his image, which means you are perfect the way you are.
so never forget it.
And if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe
Down below.
and let's go ahead and get this little transformation started. Okay, so this is gonna be my bare face, no makeup,
All natural.
so the first thing I'm gonna do is put on my Burt's Bees chapstick, because this will save anybody's dry, chapped lips. So with summer coming up, make sure to always put on some sunscreen. I like to use the sunscreen stick for your face. I like to put it on the high parts of my face because that's where the sun actually hits. And make sure your hands are washed, because you don't want to spread any of those germs on your hands onto your face, because then it'll build up all the bacteria and you're gonna have acne and stuff. So make sure everything is clean. So my first step of my makeup is to get my Cetaphil makeup moisturizer. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, like this much, both fingers, my face, here, everywhere, to rub it in so it's nice. So I'm using the CoverGirl Clean Professional in the shade 105, and I'm pretty much already running out, so I have to get more soon. I'm gonna put this all over my face, but first I have to wet my beauty blender, so I'll be right back. Okay, so my beauty blender is all nice and wet and ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my CoverGirl, open it carefully, dip into here, and put it all in the areas where I get really oily, which is basically around my nose and my forehead. And my mirror is right here, so I'm looking down, not because I'm ignoring you guys, but because I need to see myself so I don't look
Funky.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in with my setting spray, which is currently the e.l.f. Matte Magic Setting Spray. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and get my handy dandy fan. I'm just gonna... So the first part of my makeup routine is
My eyebrows.
I need to have my eyebrows on, because your eyebrows determine whether you're gonna have a good day or not. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Soft Brown, and I'm gonna take whatever setting spray I'm using, which is this e.l.f. setting spray, and I'm just gonna spray it one time, just so it's nice and wet and easier to work with, so I can glide onto my eyebrows easily. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my angled brush from BH Cosmetics. I'm gonna dip it in a little bit, just really carefully, because you know, with eyebrows, less is more. I personally prefer a nice natural kind of brow, so I'm gonna go my little mirror right here. I'm just gonna go in. Now we're about to get real close and personal, okay?
Boom.
All right. So I'm just gonna go in the edge of my eyebrow and use the softest hand. So you wanna go to your eyebrow and go, ah, okay? Because you don't wanna go too hard with it. Now I'm gonna bring the color in forward. I'm gonna go ahead and dip back into my little dip brow, and I'm just gonna wipe it some off my thumb just to make sure it's not a lot going on. And I'm gonna go at the top of my eyebrow. I'm just gonna bring that down nice and naturally. Then fill in the end of my eyebrow. And if your eyebrow isn't looking exactly how you want it right now, that's okay, because
Concealer will save your life.
then I'm gonna slowly brush on the top of my eyebrow. And I'm just gonna do the same thing to my other eyebrow. I'm just gonna fast forward this part because eyebrows take the
Longest.
Alright, now that these eyebrows are kind of looking the same, because you know, eyebrows can't be twins, but they can be besties or sisters, I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with my concealer and carve these babies out. For my concealer, I'm gonna use this Fit Me by Maybelline in the shade Sand, and I'm gonna go ahead and go with my flat brush from BH Cosmetics, and I'm gonna take my
Concealer.
and put it on my hand like this, just so it's easier to grab and put onto my eyebrow. I'm gonna start off by dipping my brush into the concealer, and then I'm gonna go from the tip of my eyebrow and just carve it. Then I'm gonna take this concealer and go in. You see the difference? Like this looks nice and clean. This one's kind of like, okay. So I'm just gonna go in with more concealer and go from the top of like kind of like this angle part and drag it down. And I'm just gonna brush the concealer out into like my forehead so it looks more natural. See that difference, that point, and then that. I'm just gonna go in with more, and then I'm just gonna carve out this eyebrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on my other eyebrow, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I carved out both of my eyebrows, I'm just gonna take whatever's left on my brush, and I'm just gonna erase my unibrow. I'm just gonna erase it and make sure the lines in the front aren't that harsh because we don't want blocky eyebrows. And
boom,
my eyebrows are
done.
Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start on my face makeup. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite primer right now, which is this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on my finger, like so. Then I'm just gonna distribute it all over my face. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer.
I love this stuff.
This like will make your makeup last and look smoother than a baby's butt. I'm just gonna rub it in my fingers nice and gently. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Fit Me foundation from Maybelline in the shade 330 Toffee. And I know this color is pretty dark, but my whole body is really dark right now. I want it to all match and flow together. So please just trust the process, and I promise you it won't come out all funky. Put a little bit on my finger, then I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 dots everywhere. I'm gonna put a little bit more just to get that fuller coverage. I'm gonna take this little mini brush from Real Technique, and I like how it's a short handle because I can get a better grip and like, I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and like blend that all together. Alright, so now it is all blended out, and y'all, this literally looks like skin. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with my concealer again, the same one as earlier, Fit Me in the shade Sand. I'm just gonna go down, and then with this I'm just gonna brush it out. Then on my chin, nose, and on my forehead. So now I'm gonna go in my beauty blender. And then I drag it up so it gets that little uplift, like boom, I'm awake. You don't know that I only slept for 3 hours, I'm awake. So I know this looks really crazy right now, but that's what the foundation brush is for, just to blend it out so it's more natural. And I'm gonna go on the other side, do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with my translucent powder or setting powder, and I'm just gonna go ahead and chop that in my beauty blender. And I'm just gonna, and I smile a lot, so I get a lot of smile lines, so I need to put it right here. So while all that is setting, because whenever it's summertime it can be sweating a lot, so you really want your makeup to set so it lasts all day or as long as it can. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with some bronzer to bring some color back into my face, because this
Ain't it?
So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this angled kind of thick brush from Firma. I'm not really sure. Most of my brushes are either some that I stole from my mom or some that I got from an Ipsy package, and I'm gonna dip it into my favorite bronzer. Like this stuff will have you looking like sun-kissed, like the sun just went.
You're blessed.
So I'm gonna go in with this Lisa Frank bronzer. So I already hit pan
Because I love this stuff.
So I'm just gonna dip it in my brush with a little swirly swirl, and I like to like carve it out, so I do like a little U shape like this. I just bring it up to my hairline, I go back in with some more, and I kind of bring that up with like a little swirly motion. Now I like to go a little bit up so I look more lifted. I'm gonna go to the other side, the same exact thing. Then whatever's left on this brush, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to my forehead and kind of bronze that up a little bit, but not too much because you don't want like an orange forehead. You want it to match and flow seamlessly as if like
you woke up like that.
Then I'm gonna go in with some more bronzer, and I'm gonna like kind of like grip it like this, like, and I'm gonna go to the bridge of my nose and just do a little bronze. I'm gonna go in with this big fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna dust off any excess powder that I have. Then I'm gonna bring it down to my neck just to make sure everything is kind of blended out. I'm just gonna use this brush. It's from BH Cosmetics again. I'm gonna blush it up with my Pixie blush, and I love this stuff. It is in the shade Beach Rose, and this is such a natural blush. Gonna tap it, tap, tap, tap. Then brush it off, and I'm just gonna do a little squiggly wiggly woo, and kind of blending it in with my bronzer so like it looks seamless. Make sure to smile while you do it. Cheese. Then I'm gonna do a little bit of more on my nose. And I know my nose is kind of like not blended out, but just wait for it. Trust the process. And so I'm gonna go in with my setting spray. I'm gonna go in my favorite highlighter. It's Laura Geller. This stuff will have you glowing. The sun will be like, dang, tone it down. And I'm gonna go in with this brush from Farrah. I'm just gonna go ahead and wet my brush with the setting spray. Go in right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and like do this little put it on in circular motion so it comes out more naturally. Boom diddly boom boom boom. I'm gonna go back in with my setting spray. Then I'm gonna go back in my Beauty Booty Blender and I'm gonna blend it all out one more time just so it's all seamless and looking nice and natural. So now for the
eyelashes,
because these look plain, I'm first gonna curl my eyelashes with this Revlon eyelash curl. I'll do like a few little like scrunches and then I let it go. See the difference in my eyes, like from ooh to ooh. I currently have two favorite mascaras right now. Roller Lash from Benefit and the Well People mascara, and I love both of these, but I use them differently. So for the Roller Lash, I like to put it on all of my lashes. Then I'm gonna use the Well People mascara and concentrate it on the ends of my eyes so it kind of has that. See the difference? Like this like looks more fuller than this. Now for lashes. So I've seen a lot of memes where it's like, if you still use Ardell Wispy lashes, don't even talk to me. Well,
I still use Ardell Wispy lashes.
So I like to use Ardell because they're natural and they just make my eye look a little bit more lifted than normally, but not too much. I kind of like the natural look. So I'm gonna go in with these. And I already know how many of the hairs to cut off. So I'm just gonna cut off the last two on the end with my handy dandy eyelash scissors. Alright, so I'm gonna go in my favorite eyelash glue, which is this Duo brush on adhesive with vitamins, this green Duo, and put it all over along the band of my eyelash. So wait for the eyelashes to get tacky. You know the drill. I'm just gonna, now that the eyelash is tacky, I'm gonna go ahead and look downward, okay? Because you want it to look natural. And then push it up to my eyelash line. I like to squish it all down my fingers. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on my other eyelash. I love these lashes. I don't know why they get so much hate. Now for the final step of my makeup routine to look like a baddie for summer, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. My favorite lip liner right now is this Makeup Forever pencil, and it's in the shade Whenever Walnut 606, and you can tell I've used it a lot because look how small it is, and it's just like this kind of like nude pinkish tone. So first I outline the bottom of my lip and I kind of go lower than what my actual lip is. Bring it up. I'm just gonna go ahead and so it looks like this, and I'm gonna fill the outer corners of my lips with this lip liner. Then I'm gonna go in with my favorite lip gloss right now, which is this NK Makeup Lip Gel with vitamin E with coconut scent. And this was literally like $1 from Sally's Beauty Supply. And I just love this stuff because this will have your lips looking
juicy.
So if if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe
down below.
And if you want to grow even closer, don't forget to follow my Instagram, Jennifer from the block. And if you do try out my little makeup style, let me know. And I love you guys so much. I'm praying for all of you, and I'll see you guys next time.